Hello everybody, it's Steve, and yes, we have the new DLC for Surviving Mars all aboard the Martian Express. It is April 28th. The new DLC, actually 3 new DLCs, dropped earlier today. A few things about them. I've gone ahead, I've taken a few looks inside of this, and I'm going to give you a brief rundown of how the trains work, and also looking at some of the new buildings and the new skins that are involved with the new DLCs for that. I've got links to all of the DLCs in the description for this video. Real important though, you have to start a new game if you want to use the Martian Express, and I'll get into that a little bit more as we go through the video. And in addition to the new DLC, the new skins, the new radio station that we have a new commander profile. These two we already have here, but we now have the Transport Tycoon. Track's construction cost is halved. We get 2 small stations as a bonus prefab, and we have the large stations as a bonus technology. We don't have anything new down here in the colony logos yet. We don't have anything new with the mysteries. I'm just going to do like the power of 3 for this. Game rules, we do have a new game rule as well. This one is simplified trains, no trains management. Trains are free and added onto tracks when those are built. Also a Sheldon Cooper quote there from Big Bang Theory. But as an alternate one, if you want to make it harder for yourself, you have restricted footwalk. With trains as alternatives, colonists will travel shorter distances safely on their own. I haven't had a chance to play with that exactly yet, but my thought with that is the radius of your domes, how far they go out, is going to be smaller when you have this one active. All right, so we have our little map here. We'll take a look at the technologies first, because I got all of them pulled up right away. With the new DLC, you get new technologies in all of the fields. I've got my UCP still active on this, so that's why I have this extra extends thing on here. In the Recon and Expansion tech tree, you have underground trains, allows building transport infrastructure in the underground. It costs you 2,000 on this playthrough. Green View costs you 4,000 again on this playthrough that I've got going right now. Increases sanity of colonists traveling through green areas. That'll be very helpful in the later game. Remote farming. Didn't actually see this one as I was looking at the devs looking at this game. Increased productivity on farms out of dome ranges. So with this, my theory would be you can actually set up a far-off outside ranch, or ranches plural, so you can actually have your food away from the domes and bring it back on the trains. This is the large station. It's a station with 4 connecting tracks. Safe transport, costs you 2,000. Tracks are easy to repair, and trains are safer for passengers. I'll actually just queue that one up. You have faster trains. Trains travel faster. Cost you about 3,000 on this playthrough, and also luxurious trains. Colonists no longer take comfort penalty while traveling. I'm just going to go queue all of these up and have that ready to go. All the other technologies look to be the same. I'm not seeing anything special or new with any of the new text for this, but I'm just going to go ahead and resource that as well. All right, so I've scanned a bunch of the map. A lot of anomalies out there for me to look at, and I'm seeing only a little bit of water right now. Also seeing some down here. Over here we got about 6,000 over here. Not an incredible amount to work with water-wise, but I do see this isn't a terrible spot to set down, but there's also no... Oh, big zoom in. There's also no rare metals over here, meaning that I would probably need to queue up some sectors here real quick. I also have an unlimited scanning as a mod that's active on my playthrough. So rare metals are down here. There's about 500 available in this spot. So I probably could do something where I set up my dome near the water and set up it down here. Or conversely, set up down here and go up to the rare metals over here. Let's actually do something like that. So we'll go ahead and bring my rockets down real fast. I do have an underground rare metals deposit here, which is fine. But let's say I want to hook up into this concrete, or definitely those rare metals up here. There's also an underground access point up here too, so a lot of things for me to access. Plenty of concrete up here, and I think having a train that could ship concrete down would be a pretty smart idea. So let's go ahead. I'm going to slap down a dome, and I'm going to start working on some trains for you. This dome is in range of this underground rare metals deposit, but it's not in range of the underground metals. So I could just slap a train down. And this, you go into your infrastructure, you have your large stations, and you have your stop points for transit, and also trains resources. There's no power hookup to these, meaning you are going to have to actually put out some
complete.
piping for this as well. And I'm also going to put in a large station. Probably up here, actually. Large stations will hook up 4 different tracks. In fact, let me make sure I get the right... Got it set up exactly how I want it to, and I'll put it right there. You can see the radius of this of how far workers will go from it, and you see how far from the dome that people have to go to get to one of those train stations. So this guy's right next to his metals extractor. And I'll use the actual proper metals extractor for this.
Anomaly analyzed.
Now that we've got one large station set up, needs to get a little power. Let's go ahead and hook him up with some power. There are 4 different tracks you can do for this one, and you can even set up multiple trains on a track. So very important thing to keep in mind too. In fact, should have actually done that as the automated extractor just so you see how it works, but actually no, cancel that. I want that up and running. Alright, you come down here. Get my robots to do their thing. I also don't have any concrete hooked up, but for the purpose of this, it is free construction. Tracks do cost you concrete to do, so you hook it up from there, and you just do a shift click,
complete.
do some of that. So let's say we want to bring it right up to the dome, hang a left, and then go right into here. Unfortunately, I do have my rocket in the way here. So it'd be like something like this, and then up here. The drones will build it up, and it doesn't move power, unfortunately, along it. So you would actually have to build up more power generation in this area. So let's just put down a wind turbine, I guess, right here. And this is also an end point. One of these small stations just has the little end spot. So this is going to be your terminus, whereas this guy up here will be your terminal. You can hold up to 360 resources at this one. You can actually stockpile however much or little you want here. And you do need concrete. I believe it's 2 concrete per segment. Since I'm doing the free build rule, of course, there's not a cost to me at this time. Keep in mind, though, you're going to need a lot of concrete for this, which is why a concrete site out here would be a really good thing to do. So let's go ahead and actually get another station out this way. This is just going to be for concrete mining, but you'll see what I'm doing here in just a second. I've now brought some colonists down. I accidentally built a living complex when I wanted to build an apartment complex. Now, this apartment complex, we do have a new skin for the apartment complex. You have these standard ones, and you also have this guy. This is one of the new apartment complex setups for the game. Looks quite nice, I think. The network node, the arcology, also have some new skins. We also have a new skin over here for a grocer. We have this square-looking guy, but it also, if you look down really close, it looks like a bunch of vending machines here. So I'm not sure what I think about that. It almost looks like one of those automats from the 1950s. That, if you know, you know. I think that's an existing skin for the infirmary, but I do like that skin. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the trains. Let's see. And now let's assign a train to this track. There we go. There's a train assigned. Where the hell did he go? Now you can transport fluids with this, or you can actually transport people. So I'm actually going to put a follow camera on this guy. Oh, whoops, get back here. And now, this is how the train operates. Just running along the track. I believe it runs on one side or the other. But this end runs back and forth. As your colony develops more and more, you will be able to put down materials at your large stations. You also have the little bumpers at each one, whether or not. Yep. So they go up one side, down the other side. Got to let him keep doing his thing. And now this other one should be built way the heck out here. Let's go ahead, add down put a drone hub next to it. And also put down an ASG. These advanced Sterling gens I think are absolutely brilliant in this game. And I highly recommend if you get global support, you get this breakthrough. But we do have a long distance we have to connect stuff. Even though there's going to be not a lot of workers out there, maybe for the underground rare metals deposit. So go back in infrastructure, select track. I'm going to want this track, this far one, to be where to take it. So I'm going to go do a shift click, do it this way, shift click. Got to go over some uneven terrain. And there we go. Go ahead, open that up. We got plenty of power going for this. And now the longer the track is, this one actually can hold 4 trains. The longer the track, the more materials it's going to take, the longer it's going to take you to build up. So we've got that, and now we've got some materials being stored at the station itself. I see some machine parts, I see some food, I see some polymers being stored here. That's really helpful if you need to move between domes. Down here, not seeing anything yet, also because I haven't hooked it up to the grid yet. So let's go ahead and do that real fast, if it's even within range. Yep, and now you can see there's a worker that went over to this metals extractor. Even though it's offline, we're now getting people commuting back and forth to this. Yep, there go some more people. Interesting that they're running one at a time, but now you can see that these people are commuting between these sites. Even though they're not working in their home dome, they are actually taking some penalties working outside during this whole thing. So let's go ahead and see if we can get some other stuff queued up for this. I haven't put any of the music on because haven't had a chance to listen to the music just yet. However, I know there's a couple more things that are available, some more skins. I don't have them off the top of my head, so I also don't have a list in front of me. Just kind of show you exactly what we're looking at, but that's kind of a brief primer on the trains. As you build up your colony, you're going to be able to start building these little networks. A really important thing with the trains, they cannot go up and down ramps. So, a bit of a problem on my current playthrough. The max difficulty colony, the 1165 colony. Here's the rub, and let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. I'm just going to leave this colony for the moment. With this new DLC, with these new game rules added, 1165 is no longer the maximum difficulty in this game. Doing the exact same setup I currently have for my 1165% colony. Paradox Interactive. Futurist, which kicks up to 330. Transport Tycoon only goes to 320, so I still got to go with Futurist on that. Colony logo, obviously this doesn't have any impact. Metatron game rules, now that I add restricted footwalk, it increases the difficulty just a touch more. Doing all the other rules that we have, because we have 11 rules, now it's at a 1020% without even picking the map yet. And I was looking, trying to see, like, is there any way I can kick this up just a little bit higher? There really isn't right now, even though tech variety is kind of in my mind for this. Go here, just a standard rocket for it, and we do our custom map. 41 north, 111 west. 1195% difficulty is now the standard. There's now the maximum that you can get for this. So, with this new DLC, the game gets even harder. And I need to rise to that challenge. I love the colony I have right now at 41, 111. But if I can get it closer to 1200%, you bet your ass I'm going to go for a 1200% difficulty playthrough. So, much as I hate to say it, the current colony is going to essentially hibernate. I'm going to just stop that series for the time being. The new series that I'm going to start up on Monday is going to essentially have this exact set of game rules, 1195% playthrough that I'm going to start up on Monday. I'll still be using the UCP, still using the same site, but I'm probably going to settle in a different spot and hopefully get a better outcome. I'm still going to go through all the breakthroughs that I've gotten previously because, oh my god, those breakthroughs are amazing. But I got to get a max difficulty challenge done. So, new series starting on Monday will be a bigger, bolder. I'm going for it, and I hope you join me for it as well. That's going to wrap it up, though, for the Martian Express look. Like, comment, share, and subscribe if you enjoy this video and all the videos that come out on this channel. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.